Many of you are aware about GST returns like GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. But how many of you are aware about GSTR 9, that is annual returns? There is one more return called GSTR 9 which is filed annually. In this video, let's talk about GSTR 9. Hi, myself Akila, GST practitioner. In this video, let's discuss about what is Form GSTR 9, difference between Form GSTR 9 and Form GSTR 9C, who needs to file annual returns in Form GSTR 9, is it mandatory to file Form GSTR 9, and FAQs relating to GSTR 9s, then preconditions of filing Form GSTR 9 and filing Form GSTR 9. These are the contents included in this video. First of all, let's see what is Form GSTR 9. Form GSTR 9 is an annual returns to be filed once for each financial year by the registered taxpayer who were regular taxpayers, including SEZ units and SEZ developers. The taxpayers are required to furnish details of purchase, sales, input tax credit or refund claimed or demand created, etc. GSTR 9 is an annual return which has to be filed by a regular taxpayer on annual basis. In GSTR 9, the taxpayer has to furnish the details of purchase, sales, input tax credit or refund claimed or demand created, etc. Now let's see what is the difference between Form GSTR 9 and Form GSTR 9C. Form GSTR 9 is required to be filed by every person registered as normal taxpayer. However, certain classes of taxpayers may be exempted from filing Form GSTR 9 by way of notifications issued by Government of India from time to time. GSTR 9 is an annual return which has to be filed by every registered taxpayer who has registered as a normal taxpayer. Certain classes of taxpayers may be exempted from filing the returns of GSTR 9 by the notifications issued by the Government of India from time to time. Next, GSTR 9C. Form GSTR 9C is required to be filed by every registered person whose aggregate turnover is above a certain threshold during the financial year, as notified by way of notifications issued by Government of India from time to time. Such taxpayers are required to get their accounts audited by Chartered Accountant or Cost Accountant and need to submit a copy of audited annual accounts and reconciliation statements. There is one more form called GSTR 9C. It has to be filed by a taxpayer whose aggregate turnover exceeds the certain threshold limit. They have to file the return of GSTR 9C. For that, the taxpayer has to get their accounts audited by an auditor or cost accountant and need to submit an audited annual accounts and reconcile the statements. Next, let's see who need to file annual returns in Form GSTR 9. Form GSTR 9 is to be filed by a person who is registered as a normal taxpayer, including SEZ unit or SEZ developers, and the taxpayer who have withdrawn from the composition scheme to normal taxpayer any time during the financial year. Composition taxpayer can file annual return in Form GSTR 9A. Annual return is not required to be filed by casual taxpayer, non-resident taxpayer, IST, OIDAR service providers. As I said before, the GSTR 9 has to be filed by a taxpayer who has registered as a normal taxpayer and who has registered in a composition scheme, that is the composition taxpayer has to file the annual return in Form GSTR 9A. And this annual return is not required to be filed by a casual taxpayers, non-resident taxpayers, IST, OIDAR service providers. These types of taxpayers are not required to file their annual returns. Next, let's see, is it mandatory to file Form GSTR 9? Yes, it is mandatory to file Form GSTR 9 for normal taxpayers. Next, let's see the FAQs on GSTR 9s. I am a regular normal taxpayer for part period and composition tax period for part period during the financial year. Do I need to file Form GSTR 9 or Form GSTR 9A? This person has asked that taxpayer is a normal taxpayer for a certain period of time and has switched to composition scheme for the other part of the period for the same financial year. So he is asking he need to file Form GSTR 9 or 9A, because for a normal taxpayer GSTR 9 has to be filed, and for the composition taxpayer GSTR 9A has to be filed. So this person, for a certain part of period he was a normal taxpayer, and for other part of the period he was a composition taxpayer. So he want to know which annual return file form he needs to file, that is GSTR 9 or 9A. Let's see the answer. You are required to file both Form GSTR 9 and Form GSTR 9A for the respective periods. The period during which the taxpayer remained as composition taxpayer, Form GSTR 9A is required to be filed, and for the period of which the taxpayer is registered as a normal taxpayer, Form GSTR 9 is required to be filed. For example, the taxpayer has opted for composition scheme from 1st April to 31st December. Then Form GSTR 9A is required to be filed for this period, and if the taxpayer has opted out of composition scheme and registered as a normal taxpayer during the period, says 1st January to 31st March, then for this period Form GSTR 9 is required to be filed. Here they are saying that the person has to file both the form, that is GSTR 9 and GSTR 9A. Both the form they has to be filed as per the respective periods. For example, if the taxpayer has opted for composition scheme from 1st April to 31st December, he has to file Form GSTR 9A for that certain period, that is from 1st April to 31st December he has to file Form GSTR 9A. And if he had opted out of composition scheme from 1st January to 31st March, he has to file Form GSTR 9 for that certain period, that is from 1st January to 31st March he has to file Form GSTR 9. Next question is, I got my registration cancelled in the financial year. Can I file Form GSTR 9? He is asking that this person has cancelled his GST return in the financial year. So he want to know that whether he want to file return GSTR 9 or not. Yes, the annual return needs to be filed even if the taxpayer has got his registration cancelled during the financial year. He has to file the annual registration even though registration has been cancelled in the financial year. I have opted for composition scheme in the financial year. Do I need to file Form GSTR 9? Taxpayers who have opted for the composition scheme need to file Form GSTR 9 for the period during which they were registered as a normal taxpayer. He is asking that in the middle of the financial year he has opted in for the composition scheme. So he is asking whether he needs to file GSTR 9 or not. The taxpayer who have opted in for the composition scheme need to file Form GSTR 9 for the period for which they were registered as a normal taxpayer. I have opted out of composition scheme in the financial year. Do I need to file Form GSTR 9? Taxpayer who have opted out of the composition scheme during the relevant financial year is required to file Form GSTR 9 for the period they pay the tax at normal rates. Same vice versa, I had explained before regarding the opting into the composition scheme. Here he is asking that he had opted out of the composition scheme, so he need to file the GSTR return 9. He has to file Form GSTR 9 for the period for which he has paid the tax for the normal rates. Can I file nil Form GSTR 9? Nil Form GSTR 9 can be filed for the financial year if you have not made any outward supplies, commonly known as sales, and not received any goods or services, commonly known as purchase, and no other liabilities to report, and not claimed any credit, and not claimed any refund, and not received any order creating demand, and there is no late fees to be paid. Can we file GSTR 9 nil return? GSTR 9 nil returns can be filed only on the following reasons. If you have not made any outward supplies, that is sales, or if you have not made any inward supplies, that is purchase, or there is no any other liabilities to report, or if you have not claimed any input tax credit, or if you have not claimed any refund, or if you have not received any order from your customers, or if there is no late fees to be paid in the financial year. Under these circumstances, you can file GSTR 9 nil returns. Now let's see what are the preconditions to file Form GSTR 9. Preconditions for filing Form GSTR 9 are: taxpayers must have active GSTIN during the relevant financial year as a normal or regular taxpayer even for a single day. Taxpayer has filed all applicable returns, that is Form GSTR 1 or IFF and Form GSTR 3B of the relevant financial year before filing the annual returns. The preconditions to file Form GSTR 9 are: the first one is a taxpayer must have an active GSTIN for the particular financial year, that is he has to be registered as a normal taxpayer for the particular financial year. And second one is the taxpayer has to file all the applicable returns, that is GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B of every month whichever is applicable. Next, let's see filing Form GSTR 9. From where can I as a taxpayer file Form GSTR 9? To access the Form GSTR 9, you have to navigate to Services, then Returns, Annual Returns to file, then Form GSTR 9. Next question is there any offline tools for filing Form GSTR 9? Yes, GSTR 9 returns can be filed through offline tools. There is some separate offline tools to file the GSTR 9 returns. Next is, by when do I need to file Form GSTR 9? The due date to file Form GSTR 9 for a particular financial year is 31st December of subsequent financial year or as extended by government through notifications from time to time. The last date to file Form GSTR 9 is December 31st. Or if there is any notifications issued by the government, the due date will be extended as per the notification. Form GSTR 9 return is required to be filed at entity level or GSTIN level. Form GSTR 9 return is required to be filed at GSTIN level, that is, for each registration, if taxpayer has obtained multiple GST registration under the same PAN, whether in the same state or different states, he or she is required to file annual returns for each registration separately. Whether GSTIN was registered as a normal taxpayer for some time during the financial year or for the whole of the financial year. Here they had asked that whether GSTR 9 has to be filed on entity level or GSTIN level. The GSTR 9 has to be filed separately for each GSTIN registration. That is, if a same person has taken multiple GST registration for his business in different states or same state by using the same PAN, he has to file that much of GSTR 9 for his business. He has to file annual return separately for each GSTIN which he had registered. I have not filed all my applicable returns or statement during the financial year. Still, can I file annual returns without filing of those applicable return statement? No, you cannot file return in Form GSTR 9 without filing Form GSTR 1 and Form GSTR 3B for all applicable periods during the relevant financial year. One of the taxpayer is asking that he has not filed all of his return, that is GSTR 1 and 3B for the financial year, but still can he file the Form GSTR 9 is his question. Answer is no. If the person has not filed all the applicable returns, that is GSTR 1 and 3B in the financial year, he is not allowed to file Form GSTR 9. Can I change the details after clicking the Proceed to File button? Yes, you can change or edit the details before filing the Form GSTR 9 returns. However, the auto-populated data will not be able to edit it in the following fields. Table number 9(6)(a), total amount of input tax credit availed through Form GSTR 3B, sum of total of Table 4A of Form GSTR 3B. Table number 8A, ITC as per Form GSTR 2A, that is Table 3 and 5 thereof. Table number 9, except tax payable column. They are asking that after clicking the Proceed to File button, can you edit the changes which you have provided? So the answer is yes, you can change the details before filing the Form GSTR 9, but the auto-populated details you cannot be changed. That is, in table number 6A, the total number of input tax credit availed from GSTR 3B which you had filed before will be auto-populated. Amount you cannot be edited. Then on table number 8A, the ITC as on Form GSTR 2A will be auto-populated. That one also you cannot edit. In table number 9, that also you will not be able to edit. And let's see what happens after compute liability button is clicked. After compute liability button is clicked, details provided in various tables are processed on the GST portal at the backend, and late fees liabilities, if any, are computed. Late fees is calculated if there is delay in filing of annual returns beyond due date. After clicking compute liability button, details provided in the various table are processed in the GST portal at the backend, and if there is any late fees, it will be auto computed. Late fee is calculated if there is any delay in filing of GST return beyond the due date. Can I file Form GSTR 9 return without paying late fees if applicable? No, you cannot file Form GSTR 9 without payment of late fees for Form GSTR 9 if same is filed after the due date. They are asking that can we file GSTR 9 form without paying the late fees? The answer is no, you cannot file the Form GSTR 9 without paying the late fees if the form is filed beyond the due date. Is there any option to make payment other than late fees if applicable in Form GSTR 9? After filing of your return in Form GSTR 9, you will get a link to navigate to Form GST DRC 03 to pay tax if any. Any additional payment can be made using the Form GST DRC 3 functionally only through utilization of electronic cash ledger. The question is there any other option to make payment other than late fees while filing GSTR 9 if applicable? But the answer is after filing GSTR 9 return, you will be getting a link. If you click that link, you will be getting a GST DRC 03 form. Using that form, you can pay the tax if applicable. You can use GST DRC 3 form to make any additional payment. Let's see in my upcoming video. Until then, thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.